What's up, everybody, and welcome to the Bears Profit Plays YouTube channel. If you enjoyed the content in this video, be sure to like and subscribe to the channel below. Also, be sure to stick around to the end of this video for a quick message from our team. Let's get into the video. All right, guys, let's look at some college basketball picks for Sunday, February 19th slate. Before we get started, I want to say there will be no ladder play today. We could not find any games that we liked, and the alt spreads aren't out yet, so no ladder play for today. We'll pick that up on Monday. Let's look at our games from tonight in college basketball. Trey, I'll have you start us off.
Louisville, let's go. And if you guys tailed me on that pick, which I doubt many, if any, did, because I was 0-7 for my last 7 days. But look at that, 1 for 6 now. I'm off this night, and I'm on my way up. So maybe it's time to start tailing me. Who knows? I had Louisville plus 10.5. They ended up winning by 10. Some fast math. They covered it by a massive 20 points. I'm running it back with another game involving a very bad team, so just stay tuned.
Yeah, I had the Pittsburgh Panthers plus 5.5 on the road against Virginia Tech. I will say we started out hot pit, and I don't like to blame anything for me giving out a bad pick or a loss. That's 100% on me. The pick was not good because Pittsburgh really never had a chance after the first 10 minutes to make this cover. I do want to recap the game a little bit. They did cut into the lead a couple times. They cut up to 6 in the second half multiple times, but they shot horribly in this game. Virginia Tech held a very wide margin on the free throw line as well. And I want to talk about the refs a little bit because they took this game away from both sides. Pittsburgh and Virginia Tech, both teams, the officials had a quick whistle. We had multiple players on both sides with 3 to 4 fouls early in the second half. 16-minute mark, a couple players had 4 fouls. Pittsburgh was in a double bonus with 13 minutes left in the second half. Blank Hinson, the star big man for Pitt, had 2 quick ones and had 4 with 13 minutes left. Came back in at the 7-minute mark, fouled out in 30 seconds. That's on him for putting himself in that position. But again, I watched every second of the game, and I would say 3 of those fouls were valid. The other 2 were, they're ticky-tack. Bad fouls, but that is wild that the refs took this game away from both sides. Unfortunately for Pittsburgh, Virginia Tech stopped fouling after the 12-minute mark. That or the refs didn't call any fouls on them, but I'm not blaming the refs. Again, both sides had terrible refereeing in that game, but we're going to bounce back tonight with a good pick. But my pick did lose. Pittsburgh plus 5.5. They lost by 7. Teats?
Yeah, I had KU minus, I think it was about 5.5 at home against Baylor, and Grady Dick definitely dropped the dick on them. But really, between him and Jalen Wilson, they both did pretty well. Lots of shots out there, lots of misses, but they had a huge second half. It might be the best second half they've ever played, just to be able to come back from being down. I think they were down 13 or 14 going into halftime. Overcame the deficit, won by double digits, so we cashed.
Yeah, Teats, that wasn't the best half by KU this season. That was the best half by any team in college basketball this season. They played absolutely insane in the second half. But we're moving on tonight. Trey, I'll have you start us off for tonight's picks.
Yes, look at the screen, guys. I'm going with the Georgetown versus the Butler game. Buckle up and let's just see how it goes. The Georgetown Hoyas are very bad. Just how bad are they? They have not won a single road game all year, 0 for 10 straight up on the road. But they have been covering those losses, 7-3 ATS on the road. And Georgetown has been playing incredibly competitive basketball here of late, and it needs to be noted. Over their last 9 games, 8-1 ATS over their last 9 games, like I said. But they are going up against a Butler squad who is also sub 500 on the season with a 13-14 record. But they have been better at home with a ATS record of 8-5-1. We need to know that these 2 teams did play earlier this season, and I don't even want to bring it up. Butler did absolutely smash them by 29 points, and it was at Georgetown, to kind of rub some dirt in it. So this is a kind of weird line if you look at it. Just why is Butler favored by only 4.5 at home? One of the reasons why I think they are is Manny Bates, one of their best players, did get injured in their last game with a shoulder injury, and he is questionable for this game. He's a game-time decision. So I think this 4.5 line is a good line. I'm going to go with Georgetown here at the plus the 4.5. And Georgetown is led by a dynamic trio of their backcourt guards. Primo Spears is the best one of them, averaging 15.9 points per game. Brandon Murray's just behind him at 14 points. And then Jay Heath at 12.5. But Butler does have a few dogs, pun intended there. If Bates is out for this game, I do expect to back up Jalen Thomas to step up. He is 6'11", so he could probably be a big impact in this game. But guard Jaden Taylor is the guy who you need to take note for Butler. And Taylor did drop 24 points on the Hoyas, and he has dropped 20 points in consecutive games. So he's going to be coming into this game with a lot of momentum. But for me, I feel like this game is going to come down to just who's going to make those key stops and who's going to be making those open shots. Both teams are bottom 300 defenses in college basketball, and Georgetown averages, just over 3 more points per game than Butler does. So like I said, give me Georgetown here plus the 4.5 to keep up their covering streak alive and quite even possibly get their first road win of this season. And here's some juicy trends that back me up. Georgetown is 5-0 ATS over their last 5 road games. Georgetown's also 8-1 ATS over their last 9 games overall. And the road team in this matchup is 8-2 ATS over the last 10 games. Give me the Hoyas.
Yeah, Trey, I have to be honest here. I don't like that pick. I love that pick. And you're not going to want to fade this man after he took Louisville today. So that's a great pick. Tonight, though, I'm going to go with Ohio State versus Purdue game. And when I look at this game, I saw the double-digit spread, and I have really, really tried with Ohio State this season. I even wrote about them on Friday. No, it was Thursday. I took them on Thursday, plus 6.5 against Iowa. And I also had the over in that game. And this team came out the first 10 minutes, and they played like they did at the beginning of the year. They played fast. They played hard. They were aggressive. And then something just happened, and they went back to what we've been seeing the last 3 weeks. The game was out of hand in the second half. The score doesn't reflect how badly Iowa beat Ohio State in that game, but the Buckeyes are in shambles. Now they have to go to Purdue, a team who has lost 2 straight games after being ranked number 1 in the country, who has a great defense and a good offense. No. You can't take Ohio State here. You have to take Purdue, minus 12.5, and you don't even think about it. Purdue by 30 in this game, back home with the home fans, needing a win. They're pissed off. They're going to dominate Ohio State in this game. Take the Boilermakers and make a statement at home against Ohio State tomorrow. Teats?
Yeah, I'm looking at Maryland versus Nebraska, and I think Maryland should be about minus 6.5, and I'm very comfortable to give that one out. Maryland's offense has been doing pretty good. They're averaging 70 points per game, and defensively they've been doing great, only allowing 62 points scored per game. Nebraska, on the other hand, is kind of a tale of two cities. They've had 66 points scored per game offensively and 69 given up. So defensively, they're kind of hit or miss. Offensively, they're not existent a lot of times on the court. Maryland is 4-1 over their last 5, including, like you said, the big win at Purdue. Nebraska is 3-2, but Nebraska has 2 big wins against Wisconsin and recently unranked Rutgers. Maryland has Jameer Young. He's averaging 16 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, and altogether 4 total starters for Maryland are averaging 10 or plus points per game, whereas Nebraska has Derek Walker, who averages 13-7, which is pretty good, and they only have 2 other people with 10 plus points on that starting 5. Head-to-head, Maryland won 82-63 this year. Derek Walker had 16 and 8. He did a really good job for Nebraska to try to keep them in that game. Jameer Young countered that with 18 points and 7. I think that Jameer Young and the Terrapins are just going to be a little bit too much for the Cornhuskers, regardless if they're on the road or at home. So even though Maryland's traveling to Nebraska, I am comfortable giving the spread here in Maryland's favor.
All right, guys, that's 3 more picks for Sunday, and that'll do it for our college basketball picks and predictions. If you guys enjoyed the content, please be sure to drop a like on this video and subscribe to the channel below. We will see you guys next video, and thanks for watching. Just want to let everyone know that while we do give out free picks, plays, and predictions on our YouTube channel, we also have a website for you to check out. On our website, bearsprofitplays.com, you can subscribe to the website absolutely free with an email and gain access to our written articles about upcoming sporting events. If you're really looking to make some cash, we have an option to become a member of our website. If you become a member, you will gain access to our Locks of the Week, which are written articles that go in depth as to why we are picking that particular outcome. As of now, our member plays have been red hot, hitting over 60% of our plays. If you don't want to become a member, it's no sweat. We are here to try and make you guys some money. That's our main goal. So come on over to bearsprofitplays.com and subscribe for free. Check us out, follow our free picks, and see for yourself that our member plays are a great investment for you. Thanks for watching.